Brad?
I think it's going to be an open game. I think as the longer the evening goes...
Don't sit on the fence. Come on.
Yeah, I'm not going to sit on the fence. I think it'll be tough for them. Quins have had a rest, so the way Quins played in the first game, I think it's going to be an open game. Opportunities they're clearly well coached. So I'd suggest Quins I think it'll be tough for them. Quins have had a rest, so the way Quins played in the first game, they showed me
some good players come in. So not up next then we've got Saracens against Quins. It's over to Nick. Ugo, thank you very much, Brad. Best of luck for the next season. I know we've got some good players come in. So not up next then we've got Saracens against Quins. It's over to Nick.
To lose this one, probably two teams who lost their only qualification for the final. This is a very early eliminator. To lose this one, probably top two in terms of qualification for the final. Kevin Barrett. This is a very early eliminator these days. Fancy finishing in the top two part of that starting seven. Tom Whiteley and Don Morris scoring the tries days, and against Northampton will be part of that by the academy starting seven. Tom Whiteley and Don Morris will be down there as well. The tries rather been out on the bench. Howard Graham, the old manager specialist, the old war horse, has once again put together there as well. This Quins doesn't. Howard Graham, on the left hand side, seven specialist, the old war horse, has once again put together part of this Quins does seven, starting the World Club sevens on the left hand side. Senatiki Naiolo, the Fijian Army chiefs, part of the Quins squad in the Prem sevens and the World Club sevens last season. Quins semi-finalists on their home turf last summer, beaten narrowly to a place in the final by Newport Gwent Dragons. Been to finals night on 4 of the previous 5 years on their home turf last summer. Beaten narrowly to a place in the final by Newport Gwent Dragons. Been to finals night on 4 of the previous 5 years. They have got to the title deciding game. We heard the referee's interpretation of that deciding game. That was painful a week tonight when they have got to win this one. Oh, dear me. We heard the referee's interpretation of that, but that was painful. Martin, who came down awkwardly there. Whiteley! Joe March having to defend, came down awkwardly. A man light, and Saracens looking to make the most of that. They made a quick start against Northampton with Tom Whiteley, and Tom Whiteley makes a quick start against Harlequins, albeit against the defence. To make sure of one man. Made a quick start against Northampton with Tom Whiteley, and Tom Whiteley makes a quick start against Harlequins, albeit against the defence. Short of one man.
Often a man in the circles of the spheres you may well have seen, the ball being passed into touch in that situation. Hugely impressive individual. Obviously, a lot of very tough game. You talk about restarts, it's often a man test. And Simon unfortunately, Harlequins lost the man, but take nothing away from Whiteley. Hugely impressive individual. A lot of people are mentioning his name in rugby circles, none other than Simon Amos, so someone who's very much on the radar.
Went up for it, and Simon Abel, the Great Britain coach at the Olympics next year, it was Nathan Earl for possession, and Joe Marchant who went up for it and landed awkwardly out. Impossible to lay any blame at Nathan Earl for possession. They were just going for the ball.
Very much so, and you know, Ugo mentioned in the first game, he has got a background in judo, he does know how to fall. You hope that his conditioning will be able to brace himself somewhat. Ugo mentioned not too serious. First game, but again, great finisher, just stands him up nicely, takes on the outside to do that at pace. His conditioning will be able to brace himself somewhat, means it's not too serious. But again, great finisher, just stands him up nicely, takes on the outside. To do that at pace is a very, very hard skill.
Headwise, well, the eye in the rod in 5-7s. He looks okay. He actually suffered an injury, having impressed checking that so much in this group stage a year ago that really affected his 15 season. Looks okay. He actually delayed his debut for Quins, having impressed so much in this group stage a year ago that really affected his 15 season.
To get Ugo to check
delayed his debut for Quins that came right at the end of it. Ugo's abs that there are trouble. It's his lungs. Quins in the wars at the moment.
To get Ugo to check his abs out.
Battle for the ball, and Marchant was again up there. Again, it's Earl who comes away with it. We've seen a lot of kicking again back tonight, more so than you'd expect. Marchant was again up there.
Very much so. I think it's often a knee-jerk reaction. If you're 15's mindset, you're in a little bit of space. Your first thought is to try and finish up yourself, but unfortunately,
more so than you'd expect.
Yeah, very much so. I think it's often a knee-jerk reaction. If you're 15's mindset, you're in a little bit of space. Your first thought is to try and finish up yourself, but unfortunately, not quite a decision.
It is one thing we kept about when he's got the ball. He has so much
time on his own, and he was absolutely right to pick
really simple little touches. You see him here, ball in two hands. Look at the deception. Ball moving around. He's got the ball. There it is. So throws his bend off. I managed to use his strength to put the ball down. Really simple little touches. You see him here, ball in two hands. Look at the deception, ball moving around constantly. There it is. Not sure he'd be too happy about managing to use his strength to put the ball down. I've seen this time and time again from Kevin Barrett.
Actually, part of the team that
not
won
sure he'd be
this
too
for the
happy
first
about the
time in
comment to be nearer 50
Kevin
than
Barrett,
20 then, Nick, I must say.
Part of that Saracens team, who part of your Newcastle team that won this for the first time in 2010, Kevin Barrett, part of that Saracens team.
Shows his longevity, the fact that he's still in great shape, he's still controlling games, and more importantly than anything else, he's still fit enough to talk his way through one, which is really important in this game. Shows his longevity, the fact that he's still in great shape, he's still controlling games, and more importantly than anything else, he's still fit enough to talk his way through one, which is really important in this game with the young people around him.
When you're ready.
London Irish and Exeter and Saracens. He's been around the Premiership tries. Joe Marchant falling awkwardly. They've lost Henry Cheeseman, the back rower. A few early blows. Some tries. Who if they are? Joe Marchant falling awkwardly. They've lost Henry Cheeseman, the back rower.
It's a real claim there, Nick, about the physicality.
Who if they are?
You know, when people do put their bodies on the line like that, it's a very, very aggressive game. You see these blindside shots, people have to ride collisions. You've got to be very, very physical, astute, not just back line like that. Elusive. Very, very aggressive game. You see these blindside shots, people have to ride collisions. You've got to be very, very physical, astute, not just fast, not just elusive.
Offset pieces like
dogged with it as well.
In an attacking sense.
Probably about 90% in fairness. Only 10% really been broken field, knowing full well in a more structured game. Your set piece is so vital. He's getting the ascendancy in a game. About 90% in fairness. So you look at 10% really been broken field, knowing full well in a more structured game of sevens. Your set piece is so vital. He's getting the ascendancy in a game.
Two early tries. Watchers Marchant have to offer. Ball in hand.
7 move.
Having conceded in the under-20s. Two early tries. These days. Marchant have to offer. Ball in hand.
7 move.
The under-20s, Asplund Robinson these days. Caught the eye what was a challenging quarter of an hour against a fiery Wasps, Asplund Robinson, who caught the eye. Opportunity here, challenging through Callum Waters. Fiery Wasps. Oh, it's just brilliant from Barrett. We were about to hang the garlands around Callum Waters' neck. But I think Kevin Barrett gets them for this. It's just brilliant from
slaps down the fence. Such a tough goal. Look at this. Manhandles. If that's not old man's strength, I do not know what
gets them for this.
Rightly so. Slaps down the fence. Such a tough goal. Look at this. Manhandles. Throw him into. If that's not old man's strength, I do not know what is.
Coaches have been watching Waters very closely.
Black spot.
They're flagged up that he might be something for the future, but coaches have been watching Waters very closely from the past. Got back to him there and slowed him down, and something for the future, but John Morris, something from the past. Got back to him there and slowed him down, and Morris held that one halfway.
4-1.
Oh, that is outstanding work, just outstanding work. James Tyrrell, who was there.
4-1.
Oh, that is outstanding work. Max Wilkins, just outstanding baseball. James Tyrrell, we talk about the importance of the breakdown. That was just man on man, and Max brilliant work to win that ball. Baseball.
Yeah, wins the collision, gets the hit, squeezes the ball into the hips, and drives him backwards. It's a very difficult position to be in, but look at the speed to feet here. Both hands down, wins the collision, gets the hit, squeezes the ball into the hips, and if you see the clip roll on side, you see the benefits of look at the speed to feet here. As soon as that ball's fired back, plays the ball going with the ball is always going to go back. And if you see the clip roll on slightly, you see the benefits of having that sweep, because you know as soon as that ball's fired back, the guy going with the ball is always going to go forward.
Half a dozen times next week. James Tyrrell, by the way, is one of the space opening up, and an enormous opportunity for Perkins. Half a dozen times next week. Space opening up. Sevens expert Liam Perkins, an enormous opportunity for Perkins, and that is not the toughest try he'll ever score.
The wily old fox once again at the breakdown. Give me an opportunity to talk about Kevin Barrett, I'm going to. He absolutely old-schooled at the scrum there. Give him the platform. The wily old fox once again at the breakdown. Give me an opportunity to talk about Kevin Barrett, I'm going to. He absolutely old-schooled at the scrum there. Give him the platform for the outside backs to create the space, quite rightly so, but we've seen there how important turnover ball can be, even from a set-piece situation.
Hard time. It's been sorted out. Whitey, the captain, Saracens have scored out Whiteley the 3 tries, and it wasn't far away from being a third conversion, but they will make do with the score from Liam Perkins and Tom Whiteley, far away from being a third conversion, but they will make do with the score from Liam Perkins, Tom Whiteley and Kevin Barron, who Saracens looking in there. Nathan Erling is actually getting the score as well, and Graham. And Saracens looking in there. So Nathan Erling is actually getting the attention. Howard Graham. Okay, let's have a word about Kevin Barron. What do you have to say, having seen that 7 minutes from the old stadium?
Well, there's so many ingredients to making a good seventh player.
What do you have to say, having seen that 7 minutes from the old stadium?
Well, there's so many ingredients to making a good seventh player. One of them, what you need, is experience, and he's got back. Tonight's fixture and the scoreline is reminiscent of our kind of results against Saracens in the 15th and Harlequins, actually beginning to score once again. And it's really disappointing fixture, and the scoreline is reminiscent of our kind of results against Saracens in the 15th game. It's great brain, scored once again, and Pickers really disappointed with Kevin. A masterclass of playing sevens. He's been defensively very strong in attack. He's had a great brain, scanning the pitch and picking the right options at the right time.
Saracens playing their first match under the Sarries flag since they became Aviva champions, of course, at Twickenham back in May. Well, if you Saints in the semis, neutralised Bath in the final. Looking back on history and seeing as how things might pan out, they actually won their first ever Premiership title in 2011. After winning this tournament at the start of history and seeing as how things might pan out, they actually won their first ever Premiership title in 2011. After winning this tournament at the start of that season, I'm sure you all know now, not starting until mid-October because of the World Cup. She's been into the full 15-a-side version. Roll out for the first time. The Aviva Premiership, as I'm sure you all know now, not starting until mid-October because of the World Cup. And then it'll be full on until the end of the season. Roll out for the first time. The big showdown at Twickenham at the end. The quarter-final stage in the World Cup. And then it'll be full on until the end of the season. It's picked up by Callum Waters. It's already shown us what was possible. That was wonderful. And Joe Marchant on hand. A moment of real quality to show us what was possible. That was what about this? And Joe Marchant
absolutely top draw. Seen as a bit of a speculator, but he did have a little slight look just here. Watch his eyes, take a little look in. He knows where his man is. Flicks it inside. There it is. Seen as a bit of a speculator, but he did have a little slight look just here. Watch his eyes, take a little look in. He knows where his man is. Flicks it inside. There it is. Enjoy that on your highlights reel. That's exceptional.
Callum Waters, by the way, one of those players. Scores his third try, the White Hart Marauders, who are a very famous Sevens team, based in a Waters, by the way, one of those players.
It's exactly where Sevens rugby should be played. One of the things that comes from using Howard Graham as a mentor and developer for these types of players is connections with the invitation circuit. He wasn't one point against the Marauder. One of the things that comes from using Howard Graham as a mentor and developer for these types of players is connections with the invitation circuit. He wasn't a lot of England players. He played with the world playing very influential team throughout the period of sevens, and great at bringing young players through. I know a lot of the England players he
Graham's team
played with Marauders at one point.
Firing back here, and this is Robbie Nairn, and Nairn scores. They've got another large lump of a winger heading down from Scotland. Here, and this is Robbie Nairn, and Nairn scores. Quins player, but they've got another version here in Nairn, it seems. He's heading down from Scotland, 6'3", full of determination, and Tim Visser full of tries this evening. Quins player, but they've got a younger version here in Nairn, it seems. He's 6'3", full of determination and full of tries this evening.
Of a winger as well. It's a frightening game nowadays.
That's him on the board.
Reminiscent of a young James Forrester galloping down the wing there, but with the size and the pace of a winger as well. It's a frightening game nowadays.
Could have easily had a big decision to make with Glasgow a few months ago. He was persuaded. Scott Connor had a shirty debut in the South West London was the place for him, and he's going to follow Visser down to the Stoop with Glasgow or Edinburgh.
And how great is it that he can play on this type of environment to really showcase his talent? It's fantastic to see the young guys in a position where they can put the hand up, say to the head coach, and how great is it that he can play on this type of environment to really showcase his talent? It's fantastic to see these young guys in a position where they can put the hand up, say to the head coach, I am more than capable, look at me.
Really spanned their way back into this contest. Saracens with the 3 first 4 minutes to go, they might have done the job.
White lead.
Really spanned their way back into this contest. Saracens with the 3 first half tries look like they might have done the job.
White lead.
Conor O'Shea picking up
Back 10 on the line.
their hopes alive of perhaps making the finals night. How much sevens Conor played in with a decent Conor O'Shea picking up.
Back 10 on the line.
They've got some problems here though. Conor played in, bustling his way up to within 10 metres of the try line. Well, they've got some problems here though. Liam Perkins draws the penalty. Fielding, bustling his way up to within
yourself in this position
10
here.
metres
Take
of
them
the
on,
try
look for
line.
2-on-1. Any opportunity like that,
Clear out work
get the
from
ball,
Liam
keep the
Perkins,
tempo
draws
high.
the penalty.
Lead, thank you.
Oh, rather flung
You've got to
back
back
inside
yourself
by
in this
Yama
position
Yama.
here. Take them on, look for a 2-on-1. Any opportunity like that, get the ball, keep the tempo
Harlequins
high.
have to work to win it back, and in the end, rather flung back inside by Yama Yama. The young bunch having to give up possession.
And all credit to Saracens here. They're the ones going back to back here. They're the ones really putting their foot to the floor. To still have physicality, to still really show them bite that they're doing and breakdown skills like they're the ones going back to back here. They're the ones really putting their foot to the floor. To still have physicality, to still really show them bite that they're doing and breakdown skills like this.
It's great what he can do as a breakdown player. And there's another one to be showing the boys next week. One of the coaches. Already seen what he can do as a breakdown player. And there's another one to be showing the boys next week.
All comes from the breakdown, supporting threes, making sure that any type of ability to snipe either side can be admirably finished off after a nice run down the middle. See there, just picks up all comes from the breakdown, supporting threes, making sure that any type of ability to snipe either side can be admirably finished off after a nice run down the middle. See there, just picks up where there would normally not be much space in the game of 15s with the guard, bodyguard, etc.
When he was a little bit younger, the same academy team as Alex Good.
Scoring the bonus point try, what a finish from him there.
Andrew. She played in the academy team when he was a little bit younger, the same academy team as Alex Good, professional, but very nicely as a coach and very nicely as a sevens player here this evening. And ended his hopes of making it as a professional try. Very nicely as a coach and very nicely as a sevens player here.
He manages the end here to evade what must be at least the 5th Joe Marchant on the pitch, because he's been absolutely everywhere.
Will be the decisive one.
He even manages the end here to evade what must be at least the 5th Joe Marchant on the pitch, because he's been absolutely everywhere.
We're not 3 weeks away from the start of the Premiership season like we usually are, Rob. Still a couple of months away, but clubs making sure this tournament will be very much complementary to the work they've been doing in pre-season. It's still a couple of months based largely around the fitness and the conditioning sure at the moment. Tournaments will first very much complementary to the work they've been doing in pre-season. You are on the bleak test, and Robbie Nairn once again given encouragement to stride over halfway. All 6'3" of him. Oh, that's lovely. And he was held up in the end magnificently by Tom White. Once again given encouragement to stride over halfway. All 6'3" to suggest he might have a future. And he was held up in the end and sent magnificently by Tom White. Uses all his weight and determination to score for Quinn this evening to suggest he might have a future. Set that one up though. And then Sentiki Nayalo uses all his weight and determination to score for Quins.
Slightly overshot on the defence on the outside, but lovely finish. And Gallagher great support again, just in the position where you can use your extra man, which is an admirable effort. Slightly overcommitted on the defence there on the outside, but lovely finish. And what great support play. They've just come 80 metres to get there to support their man, which is an admirable effort in itself.
Look at Robbie Nairn though. He's got a bit about him. Fijian winger. Kayalo pulls them back to within 7 points, and on we go. We could get a draw yet. Kayalo swept up by Matt Gallagher. Pulls them back to within 7 points, and on we go. And we could get a draw yet. Some relief he finds touch, and with even more relief, Gallagher. He hears the referee's whistle. And that was tougher in the end than I suspect. Don Barrell was with even more relief expecting as they went into the second whistle. Quins really started to find tougher in the end than I suspect. Don Barrell was expecting as they went into the second half, but Quins really started to find their
next week to face the finals, and unfortunately it's looking very like they're going to be there. Howard Graham be disappointed with that, the players will be disappointed with that, but take away no next week to face the finals, and unfortunately it's looking very like they're going to be there. Robbie Nairn in an environment whereby he's been tested physically, mentally, and for me he was a good performer. Joe Marchant we know about, we'll see a bit more of him in coming years. You've seen the likes of Robbie Nairn and these young guys who have been tested physically, mentally, and for me he was a good performer. Joe Marchant we know about, we want to see a bit more of him in coming years. great for these young guys to be able to have this opportunity. They've got to fire into this last game and give it their all.